I'm Bobby.
I'm Tyler. And we are travelers and gardeners too. Today we're gonna take you on a tour of our garden, and we're gonna show you a little bit about our bouquet making, because we have a little flower shop at the end of our driveway where we sell bouquets and arrangements, fairy bouquets. So we'll show you how we do that, introduce you to our garden.
We're inspired to do this video because my childhood friend and our great friend, Annette, suggested that we show our garden and our flowers. And so this is for you, Annette.
Hey, flower power!
I love sunflowers so much. I created what I call the heart garden, and it's mainly all sunflowers that we've started from seed. How can you not love a sunflower? Look at that! Just so happy. We have some baby ones right here. Little darlings. Hi everybody, we're sunflowers. We love the sun. Look, there's a little bug. A little friend living on the petal. Chocolate one. Wow.
Okay, I really love these bright, flashy crocosmia. Crocosmia grows so well in the Pacific Northwest. This particular variety is known as Lucifer, which is sort of disturbing and exciting at the same time because of its bright red color, fiery red. It has these really cool flowers, and then the flowers fall off and it's left with these amazing seed pods that we use in dried arrangements. So from the beginning of its life cycle through to the end, it's fun to use them in bouquets.
Here's another rare flower over here. A cocklebur out of her fluff, so she's like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, it's very hot out, Bubby. Oh my god.
This year we have so many volunteer poppies in our garden. They are just the most elegant ladies of the whole garden. They have these frilly pink petals that flap around in the wind, and they are a little challenging to use in bouquets because they're so delicate, but I find if you clip them while they're still sort of young, you can stick them inside a bouquet and surround them with other flowers, and that keeps the petals in place, and they'll actually last quite a while in bouquets.
This is such a cool flower over here. It's called a rocket flower? Tyler, what's it called?
Red hot poker.
Red hot poker. Look at that. It's amazing. I had a lot of fun making arrangements for the 4th of July, inspired by a fireworks show. And I used that and some other flowers that looked like explosions behind it. That was a lot of fun. Okay, now this flower has the perfect name. What do you think this is called? Here's a good time to pull out some of that. What do you think this is called? They're called gay feathers. I mean, hello, it's the perfect name. It's beautiful, flamboyant, it's soft, purple. I love these, and they're great in arrangements and bouquets. Oh! You know when I hear something ridiculous? I have allergies to some of the plants and flowers. It's ridiculous.
All of the plants and flowers.
Well, all of them. Yeah, I like to say some. Thanks, Tyler. I don't understand why some of us have allergies and some of us don't. Tyler rarely sneezes. I think I've heard him sneeze twice this last year. It's so unfair. But whatever, I don't let it stop me from being outside and being in flowers and rolling in flowers and smelling flowers. I just have to sneeze too and take an allergy pill every once in a while.
Oh, check this out. This is our oregano corner. So we use some herbs like oregano in our bouquets. and oregano both has incredible green foliage that we use before it blooms, and then once it blooms, it has these light sort of lavender colored flowers that not only we love, but the bees frickin' love this stuff too. The bees, the flies, honeybees, bumblebees, any sort of pollinators are just all over this plant.
First thing I like to do is cut the greenery, which I think of as like the canvas of the arrangement. So we have several different things that we can cut. I think I'm gonna go for, it's so weird to talk about this. It's such an internal experience for me usually. Kind of the creative force, tapping into, okay, what's first? What wants to go into this arrangement? Okay, here's some really nice hydrangea greens, and they are in the shade, which is gonna make a big difference. The leaves of a hydrangea can be very sensitive, which I love about them. Right now it's a little warmer outside, so I'm going for something that's in the shade. Flower arranging is very much a matter of the heart for me. So I like to feel out what wants to be cut. In a way, it feels like what wants to be cut, because sometimes flowers tell me they don't want to be cut, so I don't cut them. And also just the look, what is this going to become? So like this one has a lot of, it's got kind of a flat back to it, but a lot of greenery growth, like flowering out in front, which I think will work really good in this arrangement. So I'm going to cut this piece. It also feels really sturdy. And now that it does have a flat back, I'm going to find another piece that I can kind of put up against it so it makes it more full. This has got a nice long stem so it can go down in the vase. Now let's see. Now if we put those together, it makes a whole puff, green puff. And this is my canvas, at least part of my canvas, to start adding flowers to. Okay, while I'm making an arrangement, Tyler's going to be making a bouquet. Yummy fresh water. Now let's cut some flowers. Treasures in here. Let's get a gay feather. Those are going to be so pretty in the arrangement. Tyler, what's this called?
Oh, I don't know that one.
It's so pretty. Somebody watching this knows what it is. Put it in the comment below. I'm really curious what this is called. These can be finicky sometimes. They can wilt easily. They're like sturdy or a little fragile. There's not usually an in-between for these. Amazing daisies. They're fluffy, fluffy daisies. Found that ivy makes exceptional greenery in bouquets. It really fills out the bouquets. They're sturdy, they last a long time, and they just have this sort of glistening green glow about them. Really great way to accent and set off the bright flowers. After the greenery, I usually start with
or move on to sort of the focal point flowers that are gonna take up most of the bouquet. So I'm gonna see if I can find some fabulous sunflowers. Oh yeah, look at this beauty right here. One of the fun things about using herbs in bouquets is that they give off this incredible aroma. Oregano, mint, and really just the trick is make sure that you're cutting them in cool weather, or giving them plenty of time to sit like overnight in cool water before they meet their public. Okay, this is really fun. Sometimes I like to experiment and actually use vegetables or berries in bouquets. And right here I have purple peas, thanks Annette, and these purple peas have this wonderful vine with dark purple fruits. And I found that they really last well in a bouquet. I mean, look at that, that's so fun. Well into the middle of the summer right now, which means that a lot of our flowers are right at their peak or just past their prime, which is both exciting and a little bit sad at the same time. I've really been enjoying putting a whole bunch of daisies in bouquets right now, like 7 to 10 of them. They're like fire bursts of white and yellow. I see some purple dahlias in here. Almost the entirety of our gardens are perennials. So we've been tending this garden for about 5 years now, and things start out small and then they get bigger. So it's really exciting to watch our flower friends grow over the years. This dahlia in particular was just so tiny its first year. I wasn't sure at all that it would turn into anything, but is sturdy, strong teenager now. And it's gonna provide just really lovely pops of color. Bobby and I were just talking about how sad it is sometimes to pick a sunflower when there's only one bloom on a stalk. But it's so beautiful. This chocolatey, cinnamony color sunflower, and it's gonna look so lovely in the bouquet. Ta-da! While I'm picking, I am sort of intuitively thinking about color and which flowers go together. Salvia, which I'm picking right now, is such a fabulous flower to work with because it doesn't need a ton of water, so it really is okay in its transition from growing on the stem to going into a glass vase. And purple is also another fabulous contrast color to white, and works well with almost every color in the garden. So I'm collecting quite a melange of flowers right now. And as I've made bouquets over the years, I would say my aesthetic is wild. It's constantly changing. I sometimes am amazed that people buy the things that I make because they're sort of out there sometimes. But I really feel like it captures the spirit of the garden, to just put things together in ways that seem unusual, but from the heart. So I guess that's what I'm doing. So these are orange crocosmia. They're a little bit smaller and therefore sort of fit in easier, a little bit easier in bouquets than do its Lucifer cousins. Oh yeah, I think this sunset orange is going to complement the purples and whites really nicely. So I finished collecting the bounty for this bouquet. I love this moment because I often look at this pile of flowers and just feel like it's the greatest luxury. Like if I saw this in a store, I would just be, oh my gosh, I want this. And it feels so special that it has all come out of this yard that we tend to. So this is a feel-good moment.
Okay, I've just cut another hydrangea leaf collection because when I got back from collecting flowers, I noticed this one looks sad and is wilting. But I'm not going to throw it out. What I'm going to do is put it in some water and put it in the studio in the shade overnight, because more likely than not, it's just in shock and thirsty. And if I leave it in there overnight, tomorrow morning it's going to be perky and ready to be a part of a bouquet or an arrangement. Just getting these two pieces of greens to hug each other a little bit so they blend together and look more like one whole piece.
I like how Bobby talks about the greenery being the canvas for the bouquet or arrangement. I really feel that way also. It just provides the foundation for what's to come. So because I said that the sunflowers are going to be the primary focus, I'm going to put them in next. Another reason that we take off leaves when we make bouquets is so that all of the energy of the plant can attend to the blossom, the flower itself.
Since these are so big and grand, and then they have these like negative spaces in them, I'm going to put those first because then I can fill flowers in those areas. You'll see me often go like this, tap it on the table, and what I'm doing is measuring how long the stem is and how far it's going to stick out of the arrangement. Like if I want it to be a little tall or a little shorter in it, then I'll just cut a piece off. I've done a lot of different design. I've done lighting in the theater world, lighting design and set design. I've done home design. I've designed and arranged huge fundraising gatherings, and a consistency that I've noticed in the design world, because design is design. There is definitely like a core that's similar no matter what medium I'm doing it in, but in threes, doing things in threes often seems to look better, feel better. So I have 3 of these there. Not that I'm unique in that respect. There are a lot of designers that do that.
Okay. Using our oregano next to sort of fill in the map of this bouquet. Going for our salvia next. And even as the flowers sort of progressively die back on the stalk, you still have this beautiful purple color and a few little tiny, still active blossoms at the very top of that stem.
Oh, do you see that spider hanging on there? Right there? Oh, he's crawling up. I'm gonna go put him in a new place to live. Or her, whoever you are. It's so funny saying him and her to little critters, because they don't care about that. There are a lot of us humans that don't care about that. I don't usually have anyone watching me when I'm designing. It makes me a little nervous. Designing is so personal, like any art form really. It's bigger than me and it's as small as me. It's both. I often get to a point where I'm like, this looks like crap, and I don't know what I'm gonna do to make it look any better, but if I just get out of the way and trust and let it unfold, almost always, it just, flowers are beautiful, though. They know how to take care of themselves. Just try to get them where they want to be, and they'll do the rest of the work.
When I see alstroemeria used in grocery store bouquets, I always feel like it's the most boring flower ever. But when we grow it at home, I feel just completely enamored with it because of its durability, because how pretty it is, and it has these lovely long stalks. So I'm a little bit biased towards the grow your own variety of alstroemeria. Sometimes we use flowers just for the texture of it, and these guys are just so unusual. It's long spindly leaves and clumping flowers. Start using a little bit of our yarrow to fill in some spots already. It's both filler and an accent, because so far the overwhelming color is purple in here. So our white contrasts nicely with the purple. Might use these leaves a little bit later, so I'm gonna set them aside. Oops, spider. This little planter right here is the spider catch-all plant. Many spiders have been deposited on that little viola.
Try not to force anything. Sometimes you have to get a little aggressive, but most of the time you just need to be patient. Wait till the right opening opens up, like that.
Purple peas, where would you like to be? Oh boy. Okay. I just felt a little, it bent. I was too forceful. This is just one of the saddest moments in bouquet making, when you're really trying to get something to work and then you push a little bit too hard and hear that snap. But I think that bend is gonna still be okay. I personally like it in bouquets where you don't get to see everything the bouquet has to offer in one glance. You might have to turn it this way and that way to find all of its hidden gems, and that pea stalk is that way for me. Little something special that you don't expect to find in a bouquet.
These remind me of like a backdrop in the theater world in set design. Something that just like stands behind everything and looks over it and brings everything together. These are perfect for that. It's fun to look for flowers. Sometimes it works if their stalk is perfectly upright, but it also works to find some, and that's one of the reasons I picked this one, because it's curved slightly. So when I put it into the vase, it's going to create some depth.
At the point in this bouquet making process where I'm teetering on the edge of despair. It's right on the edge of being complete shit and utter joy. Sometimes I just fall into, oh my god, it's all a disaster. If I don't let myself sink into that too much.
Gay feathers, gay feathers, feathers of gay. Everybody loves a gay feather. I think the gay feathers want to be together. They're going on a date. If the gay feathers are on a date over there, then these two are on a date over here. With 3 people. So, is there anybody watching this that's in a relationship with 3 other people? This is for you. And I can't imagine doing that. That seems like a lot of work. It's hard enough being in a relationship with one person. How do you do it with more than one? some these cool poppy pods. After the flower blooms and comes off, it leaves these like, it's just amazing. It's like, it looks like it has a little tutu on the top with these amazing seed balls. I'm gonna let it rest for a little bit and then maybe add something down here, but just really let the feathers, the gay feathers, along with every other flower, just drink some water up and settle a little bit. We'll just say this is their rehearsal and then they're about to perform. So I'm gonna let them take a break. They're gonna go into the green room. Just relax.
I think bouquet making is a very vulnerable activity, as with many artistic disciplines. Comes to a point where I just have to say I'm finished and then send it off into the world. I can't even think about somebody else, whether they're gonna like it or not, because it just feels too tender. But to me, I think that this is an explosion of color and texture. It really represents what our garden has to offer in this moment. It's unlike bouquets that I usually see. So for those reasons, I'm gonna say it's done.
The final piece for the arrangements, not the bouquets, but the arrangements, I like to get a little card that we cut out of reused paper. I try to tap into who's gonna get this arrangement and what would they need to hear. And then I write something on the card from that place.
Baby, it's gonna go out into the big world, find itself a new home. My God, no wonder the bees love the oregano. It smells so good. Opened the yellow umbrella flower shop at the end of our driveway and put our little babies out for the public to come and do what they will with them. So whether you're a gardener yourself or just a flower appreciator, we appreciate you for sticking with us, and we will see you in the next video.
Have a lovely, fabulous day wherever you are on the planet. Take care. That?
It's a bumblebee.
Oh.
It's a happy bumblebee saying goodbye.
That's nice.
I don't know. Crazy stuff comes out when I'm in front of the camera. Crazy, crazy stuff. If you've made it this far in the video, you get a gold star. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.